I was reading and I read the line about how he has a rescued alpaca named Harry Styles. And when I tell you, I closed that book, looked at my husband, and I said, I'm good. Hello. Welcome back to my channel, and or welcome to my channel. I am Chella, and I know it's been a bit. I know. That has been par for the course this year. I've been very sporadic. It's just been a year. The year has both felt long and way too short at the same time, but it is now December. I'm filming this on Christmas. Can you believe the year has gone this fast? Like, it feels like just yesterday. It was January. And here we are in December. It's already 2025 coming to a close. And what a year. But I am here to do my end of year videos. My goal is to get them out on time, if not, not too late like I did this past year, But the first one I'm going to be doing is let's start out with the negatives and end on a positive. But I'm going to be splitting them up into 2 videos. Look out for the second one, which will be best and surprising books of the year of 2025. But before we get into the video, if you like my videos, please feel free to give a like and subscribe. I would love to have you here. It really makes my day, and I love seeing you here, even though I know I've been very sporadic. My goal for the year of 2026 is to try to film more. Hopefully this whole process that me and my husband have been going through will be coming to a close here soon, so fingers crossed. That will help me feel more motivated and maybe just feel more at peace and able to read more. It's just been a year. Before I get into my worst, disappointing, and DNFs of the year, I want to take a stroll back through the year a little bit. So I know it's been very sporadic with me uploading because, April came and my body just took a turn. I was not able to sit and read. I could barely sit and do anything for a long period of time without not feeling so good. That is why I did not reach my goal. My goal for the year was 50 books, and I've only read 33. I have started in DNF'd quite a few books recently. It has been a time, but I'm not going to beat myself up over only reading 33 books. I think that's still amazing. There's a lot going on, so I'm being kind to myself, and I'm not gonna bully myself because I only read 33, and I know it's only the 25th, which that means that there's not long left of the year, so I don't think I'll probably finish anything. But even if I do, I'll just include them in next year's end of year videos, but I will count them as this year's reading. But we will see what happens. I have barely been reading anything recently, and there is a reason. I'm in a book hangover, book slump after reading amazing books. But we'll hear more about that in the next video. Let's start off with the negatives. I'm going to be talking about the DNFs that I've had this year, the worst and disappointing reads. I've read 33 books, and I'd say I've less worst / disappointing books than I do best books, which is great. I combined worst and disappointing together though, because I have my list split up into soft and hard DNFs. One of the hard DNFs is going to be included in the worst, so I'm not going to talk about that in the DNFs. But let's just get into the video. We'll start out with the soft DNFs. These are books that I have started but did not continue, but I do plan on maybe coming back to them. Not all of them are a guarantee come back to, but I'm just putting them as a soft one for now because, maybe down the line. But the first one I have is The Courting of Bristol Keats by Mary E. Pearson. I did get the ARC from work, and me and ARCs are just hit or miss. I am not much of an ARC reader because for me, it's if I read this whole thing and there's something changed in the finished copy, then sometimes I don't want to reread a book. I did start it because I did get the finished edition with the nice sprayed edge, and it wasn't that I was disliking it. I just think I was indifferent at that point, and I kind of wasn't in the mood for it, so I kind of just put it to the side. But now I do have the second one, The Last Wish of Bristol Keats, because we did a Secret Santa at work, and my lovely Secret Santa got me that one. So I'm going to, of course, go back to the first one, especially since I have the second one now. I'm curious to see what happens in it because I know it's about Bristol Keats and her sisters. I forget if it's their mom or something runs away and they think that they're dead, and things come to light that maybe they're alive and she's swept up into the world of Fae. That's pretty much all I remember. And if that's even correct, I have no clue because it's been a bit. I do plan on coming back to that. It's just right now I haven't but it is a soft DNF. And then the next one is Glow of the Everflame by Penn Cole. That is the second book to the Spark of the Everflame, and I did start it, and I just was not sure if I liked where it was going, so I want to see what is going to happen in the fourth book before I continue reading it. Spoilers don't always like put me off of a book. Sometimes it helps me want to continue, because if something is going to go away I don't really care for, I don't want to waste my time. So I want to see where it's heading in that one, the Thor continuing, because I'm not sure if I'm enjoying where it's going. So that's what's happening with Glow of the Everflame. So depending on where and what people say about the fourth one, depends on if I'm going to continue. And then the last one is Blood Fever, which is the second book to Dark Fever, and I read the first one in September because I got it physically as my physical book for the festival that me and my sister went to, All Things Go, because supposedly you couldn't take an e-reader in, even though there was a girl with an e-reader. But so I got a physical book, and the first one was the one that I took in, so that one has a special place in my heart. But if you want to know all of my thoughts on that first one, Dark Fever, you can always watch that video. It's in the September month vlog where I read my magical readathon books. But I did get Blood Fever from the library on my Kobo and was planning on starting it. Put it down, never continued. I liked the first one well enough. I had a lot of issues with it, but I enjoyed it enough to continue, but clearly I didn't pick it back up. So Glow of the Everflame and Blood Fever are more tentative soft DNFs. There is a chance that I might never pick up either of them again, but we'll see. We'll see. Blood Fever by Karen Marie Moning, I'm not sure yet, because even though there were things I enjoyed about the first one, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. But those are the soft DNFs. Next are going to be the hard DNFs, the ones that I'm not going to ever pick back up. And let me just say, I should have disclaimed before I started, but if you enjoy any of these books or love any of these books or these authors, good for you. I'm happy for you. I'm not going to take that away from you. I just didn't like it, and that's fine. We don't have to have the same opinion on something, and just because you like it and I didn't doesn't mean that's a negative reflection on you. It just didn't work for me. There's nothing more to it than that. If you liked it, good, great. That's great for you. I just didn't. We are not the same person. We can have differing opinions. We can coexist. But let me continue. So, my hard DNFs. And like I said, one of them I won't be talking about here, but will be included with the worst and disappointing. The first one that I hard DNF'd was Delilah Green Doesn't Care. And I had gotten that from the library because I was kind of like intrigued, because I do like me a sapphic romance. I should know that contemporary just is not really my genre, but I wanted to try because a lot of people enjoyed this book. So I got it from the library and I started it, and let me tell you, I did not care. Did not care. I did not care for it. I found myself just not caring for the writing, but also the other female character. Like, there's the main character, Delilah Green, the other character who is the love interest. I didn't even get that far. I got only like 2-3 chapters in, and I'm not sure if it was the first chapter of the other character's perspective or the second of theirs, but they were already fantasizing about the main character while having fun time alone. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'm like, that's way too quick. I know that they already knew each other, but they didn't like each other. And I was gone. I was done after that. No. I don't want insta lust. I'm sorry. I don't want insta love, and I don't really want insta lust either. I prefer pining. Like, it wasn't for me. So I did not give a shit. So I DNF'd it. I was like, you know what? I'm good. I don't need to continue. DNF is self-care, and I am gonna do myself a service and not. So I didn't. I put that down. The next one, like I said, I will talk about in my worst books section. But then the next one is one that I DNF'd not too long ago, and that's the Book of Azrael by Amber V. Nicole, I think it is. And I picked this one up because my friend from work said that she thought that I would enjoy it, and we finally got in like the traditionally published copies, and I did have the special edition reserved for when it came in, but I tried reading it and it was not working out. The writing was the biggest thing for me. The writing felt more like a list. It felt very choppy, very disjointed. It just felt like I did this, he did this, they did this, he was wearing this. It just didn't flow for me, and that's just like a personal thing. it might not be like that for everyone, but that's how it came across to me. I just wasn't interested in that, and I wasn't interested in the main character. It was just too much. I did skip to the end, and for that ending I was like, you know what, I'm good, guys. There's nothing inherently wrong with it, it just wasn't for me, it just wasn't my writing style, and that's fine. I'm happy for all the people who really enjoyed it, because I know my friend from work really enjoyed it, and I wish I did. I really wish I did, but I didn't. But that was a DNF, and I will never pick that one back up. And I did ask my friend to put my other friend from work to take my name off of the reservations. It wasn't worth the pretty edition. I'm so sorry. I wasn't gonna get it. And then even more recently, I DNF'd Witch of the Wolves by Kaylee Archer, I think. Yeah, by Kaylee Archer. And I got it from work because it was a very pretty paperback edition, and it seemed like something that I might enjoy. It's about this girl who is being raised by her aunt, and she doesn't know I think her mom died young, and she didn't really know her dad. I think they're witches and some other shit. But the problem I had with it was it was just very convenient, and how quick she was to know or figure things out just seemed like too much. Right, in which she accepted some things without questioning them or fighting back. It was like a really weird to me how quick this thing is in the beginning. I mean, it's on the back of the book, but I'm like, I feel like it would have done more if it was dragged out a little bit. Finding out this information, it would have had more impact, but because it's on the back of the book and within the first few first chapter or two, it just or three first three chapters, it just didn't have an impact, and I was like, okay. And then she just accepted it and just figured it out real quick. If you could have figured it out that fast, how come you hadn't figured it out already? It just was weird. I didn't like it, and when I skimmed around and figured out that the main love interest and her get together pretty much 72 pages in, I was out. That is too quick, especially if it's going to be a series. No. Calling each other by pet names, I was like, I'm good. That's too quick for me. I just think it also was too quick on the insta lust thing. It wasn't for me. It did not work for me, but I did gift that to my one friend from work, so it went to a better home. And then the last one I DNF'd 7 days ago. So the thing that me and my husband do is he made a wheel of all of my physical owned TBR, and then he would spin it 5 times. The 5 books would be put on a different spinner, and then we would get the book from that. We have since kind of changed how we do it, but that's pretty much how this one came to be. I did buy this book from work because it was beautiful. Me and my friend did. I did say that I might not ever read it because it was just beautiful. Not really my thing. It is a contemporary romance, but it came up, so I was like, you know what, I'll try. I've been having such bad luck, I might as well try. So I did, and it is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore, and I know these are very popular. I know that people really love it. It is pretty much just Gilmore Girls in a book, essentially, but it did not work for me. I think that the main female character, in my humble opinion and in my perspective, came across more of a caricature of a person. The rate in which the main male character, the grump in this Grumpy Sunshine kind of thing, did not live up to that. The rate in which he was quick to do things for her and want to do things for her, but the author is trying to make me believe that he is trying to keep his distance, but that doesn't happen at all. I didn't like that, and it, like I said, it was just like a caricature, and I just didn't care. But the thing that made me nope out, the thing that was the last straw for me, was I was reading and I read the line about how he has a rescued alpaca named Harry Styles. And when I tell you, I closed that book, looked at my husband, and I said, I'm good. I'm out. I am out. The minute I read that, I was like, I'm okay. A rescued alpaca named Harry Styles. I'm good. I don't need to continue. And I of course, skipped to the end for that ending. Not a chance. Not a chance in hell. No, thank you. No, thank you. So that did not work out, and I have hard DNF'd it. It's a permanent DNF. I'm never gonna read it, but I'm gonna keep it because it's beautiful. And I had already warned my husband, I'm keeping it. But those are all the DNFs, except for one, which I will get to when I talk about my worst, which we're gonna get into now. So, like I said, if you love these books, good for you. I'm happy for you. Nothing against you personally. It is not personal. This is my opinion. So, these are my worst and disappointing books. I think the reason why I combined it is because a lot of these were disappointing in a way, because I didn't go into it wanting to hate it, but they, in my opinion, were not for me. So my first disappointing slash worst book was The Serpent in the Wings of Night. I gave it 2 stars. And let me tell you, the more I read it, the more I hated it. Is it more of a 1 star? Yes, I would say so. But I tried my best. I just did not like where it was going. It just seemed very predictable, very mustache twirly, and very apparent. And I didn't believe the relationship. I didn't understand it. And I really didn't care. It's about this girl who is human and is taken in by the vampire king, and she's gonna be going through these trials to gain this like wish or something. It did not work for me, and it's been a while since I've read it, so I don't have all of the like obviously fresh thoughts that I had when I first read it. It might be in a video that I've filmed this year, but I can't make any promises, but I did not enjoy it. I will not continue. I didn't want to read this book. I never had it in desire to pick this book up, but my friends from work really were hyping it up, and I was like, okay, I'll try it. And it was not for me. It was not for me. It was disappointing in the sense that it was hyped up by people that I like, but I'm happy for them that they enjoyed it. It did not work for me, and it was the worst because I just didn't think it was great. I just didn't. It is what it is. The next one that I have on this list is The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst, and me and my 2 friends do these buddy reads. This was the first one we ever did, the first one we had chosen to read, and we didn't get very far because they were not enjoying it. I was not enjoying it, so we decided to put it down and start our next one, which will be in a different video. The Spell Shop. I'm concerned because if all cozy fantasies are going to be like this one, I don't know if the genre is for me in general. I know Emily Wilde's, I think, is considered like a cozy fantasy, so I love that one. So maybe I could still enjoy them, but nothing really happens in The Spell Shop. It's very, like, the pacing is very slow, which is fine. I think that's part of the charm of cozy fantasies, is that there's low stakes, but it felt like the stakes that they did put in this book just played out in very convenient, quick ways that it's like, well, what's the point of even having these problems if you're just going to quickly make them not an issue? There's someone who comes into the story that is doing something bad, and then they quickly forgive them, and it's like it just feels very weird, and like there's no point to any of it, and the relationship I just didn't believe it. I think the main character does start to grate a little bit with the way that they're going about this whole not being able to interact with people very well, and the way they treat the main male character. It's like in the rate in which they come together in the end of that book pissed me the fuck off. I was so upset when it ended the way it did, and I was like, I wasted my Spotify listening hours on this. I just should have given up. I just should have done what they did and just DNF'd it. Completely didn't read it on my own, but I tortured myself a little bit. I should have DNF'd. I've been DNFing more, and I just should have DNF'd it, but here we are. I should have DNF'd. Oh, I mean, I skimmed the last bit of The Serpent in the Wings of Night. And like, these are not the worst of the worst. Like, these 3 that I'm going to talk about are not the worst. The other one is going to be the worst book of the year. So just wait. This next one is more of a disappointing read more than a worst book, because I just was enjoying it in the beginning, and then as time went on, I was hating it. And that's Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, and I know all the girlies, everybody, they love it. They love it, and I can see why. I want to preface it all by saying I can see the appeal and why it's widely loved. I was enjoying it. When my husband first left to go back to Thailand in February, my sister was like, why don't you read it? You're not having a good time what do you have to lose? So I did. I started reading it and I was enjoying it. I was enjoying it enough to buy my own copy. And then I put it down because I had the magical readathon to do. And so I did. Then I picked it back up a few months ago. And I started to progressively not enjoy it as time went on. I think it was a little too long. I don't think it delivers on the enemies to lovers. I don't think that it's enemies to lovers at all. I don't like the insta-lust, and I also think that Violet gets really annoying towards the end, especially with things that happen, which I can understand to a point, but I think it's like there was red flags many a times and you chose to ignore them. The writing was on the walls, the call was coming from inside the building, right next to you, and she kind of pissed me off. And it's like I can get it to a point, but then I think she just takes it too far, and it's just like, okay, girl, you just want to be mad. You just want to be mad. You just want to be the victim. It's fine. It's fine. Just say what's your chest, and that's fine. So that was pissing me off. But then the sex scenes were cringy. I'm so sorry to say they were cringy. The way her powers are interwoven into the sex scenes made me roll my eyes. I think it's so cringe, so ugh. Albeit the sex scenes are not for me. I don't care for sex scenes in general. I do skip them a lot, and I ended up skipping them in this book because it just was so cringe. And that's my humble opinion. If you enjoy them, good for you, girl. I'm happy for you. But I did not like it. I did not like it. I didn't like the addition of that. It was so unnecessary. It was just like, really? Really? This is what we're gonna do? This is what we want to do here? I did not enjoy that. I think it was a little too long. I think it overstayed its welcome while I was reading it. So it's not the worst book. I'm just disappointed. I can see the hype, and I'm not gonna say either way if it does deserve it or doesn't deserve it. That's not for me to say. I don't really give a shit. So I didn't personally enjoy it as much as everyone else. I do have the second one. Will I pick it up? Not sure. We'll see. But it was disappointing. But last is the worst book I've read this year. And when I say read, I say that loosely because I DNF'd it 6 chapters in. So, another one of me and my friend's buddy reads was Summer in the City by Alex Astor. And when I tell you I only got 6 chapters in, I did not have a good time. I did not like the main character. She is the poster child for not like other girls. She was like just condescending, very judgmental about things that are like, girl, it ain't that deep, it ain't that serious. Stop making coffee your whole personality. It'll be okay. You like coffee, we get it. Also, the fact that she was so overcome by this small interaction she had with this man that changed the whole course of 2 years for her, that she just couldn't let it go. Girl, what? And then you want me to believe that this character is going to keep talking about her mom, trying to teach her the lesson of not letting a man control you. But bitch, you just let this man control you for 2 years without actually having to do anything. He shook your whole sense of self so much that that's the only reason why you've done the things you've done. But you couldn't have done it on your own. It just pissed me off. And then from what my friends, because they finished it, the things that they said about what happens, like the whole book, I'm like, I could not have done it. Like, the way that she treats this man who she met for 5 seconds, and it's like, girl, it ain't that deep. Like, just move the fuck on. You've harbored this for 2 years for what? This man lived his life and was fine. Like, the things that she does, how ungrateful she is for certain things. Like, I get wanting to be independent, but there's just the way she went about it, I think, in the story just grated on my nerves. And the things that my friends told me about what happens. What is the point? Why does he love you? Sounds like he deserves better than you, girl. Because you are being the worst kind of person. It's like, you just need to sit down and shut the fuck up. And so I only got 6 chapters in. I did not like the writing. I did not like the character. I did not see the point. It was unbelievable to read that this man would want to be with this chick after all she's done to him. Are you trying to say that he called you a gold digger when he just met you? because your friend literally went to that bar at that time to meet these rich guys for that whatever. It just was so unbelievable to me. I just couldn't do it anymore. I would say that's the worst book of the year. I will not be reading anything else by Alex Astor. I don't care that they've written fantasy titles. I'm never gonna read them. I have no desire, and I'm happy for you if you enjoy Alex Astor. I am happy for you. They're just not the author for me. And if their fantasy books is anything like their contemporary romance, I want nothing to do with it. And I'm not going to read it. I have no desire, nothing that the other titles they've written has ever called to me. So like I'm good. I'm okay. This was a one and done situation, and we'll move on. We'll move forward. But again, if you enjoy Alex Astor, happy for you. I'm so happy for you and your happiness. That is all for the negativity. I think I've done enough negativity for the day, and that's why I left doing the best and surprising books for the second video, which will come out after this one, because let's end it on a high note. I've read more great books than I did bad books because I'm DNFing more. If I'm really not in the mood, I'm not reading it. I had a better reading year, and I've also stopped using Callpile, which I do still love, and I do still love that G created it. I just this year wanted to rate things based on how I felt in the moment, my enjoyment, and how I felt then. And I think that I've had a good time doing that, because having to do Callpile as like nice and succinct as it is, I was so backed up to put them into the spreadsheet that I just then would dread doing it. And so I just and then I would forget like how I felt about something. It's just I'm enjoying doing the things in the moment. So that's what I've been doing, and I've had a great year. I think that the worst and disappointings is so much less than the positivity. So I'm excited to tell you all about all the books that I loved in the year, all the surprising books that I've read in the year. But I hope you enjoyed this one, even though it is a bit negative. But sometimes it just feels good to rant. It just feels good to, hate on something a little bit. Not always, but a little bit here and there. Because you're not going to love everything that you read, and not everything is going to be the most amazing masterpiece in the world. So I have enjoyed my little complaining session with you today. But I hope you're excited for the best and surprising books of the year. And I hope you enjoy this one. And if you do enjoy my videos, please feel free to give a like and subscribe. I would love to have you here. It really makes my day, and I do love seeing you here. I'm hoping to film more videos in the coming year, but just bear with me. Again, I'm a work in progress, and I am excited to see you in my next video.